YouTube, back with another one. MyCareer. Right now we got to face up against the Utah Jazz. He's currently on a 25 winning streak. Every game on Hall of Fame, man. Let's get right to it, man. Right now I'm averaging 29, 7.2, 12.2, 0.7, 1.5 on 29 minutes. Let's get right to it, man. We got the Wizards and then we got the Lakers. Right now we currently sitting number one in the league. Listen, man, you're undefeated, man. So let's get right to it. I'm trying to really just not lose. And I'm gonna start up, conversations, while I'm playing the game, about various topics and about many other things that's going on. Speaking of the Utah Jazz, since we facing the Utah Jazz, Rudy Gobert. I mean, that gotta be a conspiracy. Why would Rudy Gobert punch Kyle Anderson? Why would Jaden McDaniels punch the wall? Now, if you think about it, right? Right? The Lakers are gonna probably end up beating the Timberwolves, unless they underperform and try to face the Nuggets, which I doubt. But they will be going up against John Moran, Stupid Adams, and no Brandon Clark. But they do still have Jaren Jackson Jr., so they still have a tough team. But I mean, why would he do that? I don't understand.
We are in for a treat in this matchup.
What was the benefit of that?
Two conference rivals set to clash.
He knew that there was nothing but loss.
Yeah, we're going
was he
to see
told to
some
do that?
added effort and
That's why sometimes I
intensity,
think
and
that the
don't be
sport is
surprised
rigged.
if it gets a little
Because
chip.
due to certain
Now, here's Clarkson.
implication of that
A
happened.
solid outing against Minnesota. And the basket is good. Got it to go.
Oh, come on. Let's see. My gosh. Anyways.
The Jazz shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Just look at that like this is
And that one
weird.
misses.
Anytime you watch the Jazz, you have to think back to those great Utah teams of the 80s and 90s. They easily could have won a few rings.
And that one's good
Something
by
like that
Porter.
shot.
Elite from the corner.
So,
Porter Jr. shoots a much better
I don't
percentage
know about that.
from this
And also we have
Done.
the
Dishes
Knicks
the
versus
game.
the Cavs, which I'm not my Knicks.
That shot is off. Good
You're looking
defense
at
by
it.
Jokic.
Thing was
Maybe
like,
even more than a few. And Smitty, it seems hard
we
to
have
believe
to.
those Jazz
I feel like personally, man, I feel like
Kevin, well, if it wasn't for a player
maybe
named
people may
Michael
not side with me.
Jordan, they
I
probably
feel like
would
maybe we
have.
should have always
Those
traded
Stockton, Malone Jazz teams ran
look
into
for another
Jordan
player
twice
who
in the
can
finals when he was at the
be
peak
good.
of
But
his
then it's
career.
like what Julius Randle brings to
And
the
now
table is
just over a
that
minute
toughness.
played here in the first.
He does fit New York criteria. Like he fits it.
Jokic with his screen on done. Shot by Gordon.
I would do it
Wide
differently
open.
if I was the
Good, and
team.
the
So I would
assist
definitely
goes
trade
to MP.
And the coaching staff wants Gordon to keep taking growth. It's only going to help him get better.
Dunn passes to Clarkson.
Majority of the time,
To the
he goes
paint.
to the left. If he goes to the right, he
His
plays
second
better.
shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
It's like he
And they've
doesn't want
scored
to do that. It's
several
like he wants
times
to stick to
already
his
here
guns.
in the first quarter on the inside.
Oh, cut!
Got a piece of it. Gay with it, now guarded by Caldwell Pope.
He wants to stick to his guns and
Gay dishes to Dunn.
not really try to get better.
There's the pass to Markkanen.
Also, looking at it,
Gay outside. Just 5 to shoot.
not a crazy
He's
shot.
a 3. And it's Denver with the rebound. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Not a close contest either. The last time they got together, everyone
That
in the
will
rotation
take
played
me.
solid in the bench.
I watched the
What's the
person get bullied.
Great scoring
to a
output
situation
from that
where
second
he was
unit.
very
Such a luxury to have
upset
that
and
extra
retaliated.
ammunition. Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
I was really cool with him. I was really cool with him.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
I remember
Jokic with his
he
screen
had
on
got
Dunn.
upset one day.
And
He was
Jokic
just telling me,
with
like,
the
yo,
basket
don't
on
come
the
and
assist
do
by
it.
Gordon.
And Whatever coach
You
told
know,
them coming out
and I
of the locker
remember
room
this.
there,
You know, and I didn't think
5
about
out
it.
of 5 already.
And that
At that time,
outstanding drive
oh,
and
you know,
finish
he would
brought
like,
to you
you know,
by
fight
Mobile One.
or do
It's all
anything of
about
that
the
nature. Because,
ability
yo, he
to
was
get
such a
2
cool
feet
kid,
in
you
the
know?
paint, whether it's
Like, me
creative
personally,
or
like, yeah, I hung out with
teammates,
everybody, you
for
know what I'm
yourself.
saying? Bro, I also
And that
watched
one
Spider-Man.
good
You
from
know
Clarkson.
what I'm saying? I also
On a
watched
fine
comic
shooter
books. I also
from deep,
watched Star
Clarkson
Wars. I also
has a
watched
good
Naruto.
feel for
So I was
running
able
lane.
to
And
sit
while
there and
we've
have
got a moment,
conversations,
let's
you know,
send it
with
over
the
to
cool
our terrific
kids,
reporter,
quote unquote. You
David
know, like,
Lowe.
oh, you
David?
know,
Hey, Kevin, I did catch up with you.
Chief Keef is this, or clothing, you know what I'm saying? I could have conversations with them, and then I could have conversations with the people in the coordinators, or such and such, because
Take a break. Take a break.
I never really
Do
tried to
something.
really judge anybody at that moment. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't really about that. I was more so about like being cool with people. Now, yes, I would crack jokes, but I would crack jokes at them that they would understand. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't just come at them and just disrespect them. No, I would be like, you know, a joke, but the joke would be to them and they would understand it. And they would laugh, not in a way of
Second
like,
round pick
oh, wow,
to win
watch,
the
I'm going to get
award.
you. It was like, nah,
And
that's
that one
actually
goes
funny.
in,
That was a
2
good
from the
one.
line that time.
Because they hear jokes
And
all the
from
time.
second-rounders
But
who
they wouldn't really
MVP
hear the
grade,
jokes that I was saying.
Nikola
So,
Jokic.
meanwhile, so he
What a
says,
story.
so back to this. So he
Amazing,
says,
Kevin. And,
you
one
know,
thing
don't
the
come to
Joker
school.
did to transform his game,
You know what I'm saying?
dedicate
We're gonna,
himself to his conditioning.
we're
Jokic
gonna,
is in much better shape
don't
now
come to school.
than when
So I
he
said,
first
okay.
entered the league.
You know what? I'm
Now,
probably not gonna
here's
take Scarlet's
MP.
title anyways.
Playing
But I was like,
Portland,
why
he
is he
was
saying
nearly
that?
unstoppable. To the inside.
Yo, he came to school the next
Jokic
day
with the
stabbing the
bucket.
kids in the
Jokic has got 6.
They are on fire, just in a
Like, he
great
came to
move
school
here
the next
early
day
on.
stabbing the kids that made fun of him.
Dunn kicks to Clarkson.
He stabbed
To
him.
the middle.
And the crazy part was, when I was sitting there and I was like,
Not
when I
just
found out
a
that he
scorer.
stabbed him, I
Clarkson
was like,
is
yo,
very willing to
he probably
dish it
planned on
when a
doing
teammate's
something
open.
much
Jokic
worse.
with a screen on Dunn. And oh
No,
boy,
they
a lot of
found him.
contact there, but he gets it.
He planned on doing something much worse. But that's one thing I want to talk about is underestimating people and what people go through, man. It's like, you can't do that. You gotta really chill out. Chill it out.
And Jokic drops them both. And even here, in the middle of the season, Steve, some players are really putting in the work and playing with postseason energy.
Thank you. Oh,
That's
I
a
usually
mark
get
of
that.
greatness in my book, Kevin. Guys who
I be
value
waiting for that play
every
usually. I used to
game
wait
and
for
don't
that.
want any unnecessary losses.
Yo, bro, he scored
on their
35
record.
against me last
What I
time.
like is when Chris Dunn keeps his poise, keeps his eyes up, good things happen.
Jokic with the screen on Dunn. In the corner, it's Gordon. Jokic,
played
count the
well.
bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. He's got 10.
It's because look at Jokic. Look, I got Jokic playing back like Jokic. When I first was coming off the bench, bro, he was not. When I came off the bench, he was not playing good.
Markkanen finds Gay.
He was playing really bad too.
Fires the 3. Denver grabs the
It wasn't
miss.
probably easy.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Porter passes to Gordon. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Gordon with a screen on Dunn. Lob pass to Gordon.
Hey!
Gordon finishing it off.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Gay outside.
Give me that.
And it's out of bounds. Utah able to retain possession.
Also, I have another
Don't stop shooting. Just bury
situation
them.
that happened today that I want to talk about. Sport betting. I really do not like the sport betting.
Done against
I
MP.
feel like it's taken away from the game, the art of the game, the love of the
Stolen
game.
by Gordon. And here we go.
You know what I'm saying?
MP heading
It's
to the
starting to
hoop.
go.
With the long arms of Gordon lead to that basket. Aaron does a nice
mean,
job just staying active.
People's making their money off of it, right? It's cool. But the repercussions
Jokic
of it
defending.
is major. And
Kicks it to
danger
Clarkson.
grave as well. We are the present,
Over Porter.
we are the past, the present,
Off
and
the
the future.
left rim and out.
In the sense that the decisions that we make affect all three.
MP
They
left
have
side.
a
And Jokic wide open. He
lingering
shoots.
effect.
Good in the
The past
assist
has
goes
effect
to
on us.
MP.
You doing today
MP's got 6
that
assists
will be
in the
affecting
game.
the future.
Timeout is called first of the
So
game.
the situation is, and this stems into many things that I'm going to talk about. Many things, you know, as far as to like same-sex genders, different genders, you know, the laws, everything that's going on in the world, man. It's just really bad. And from my perspective, what I feel, and it's very, inordinate. It's really against what is correct, and that's the problem. That's the problem. Is what's correct and what's right is starting to be changed.
This is the game.
So looking at sport betting, right? We can apply this into the world. It changes the perspective
for the basket, starting off 1-for-1 with that
care
shot.
for people.
One of the stronger point guards we have.
Because now you look at it, and now you start to look at sport, and now it is looking weird. It does look weird. It does look influenced.
Denver gets it back.
To where,
Timeout is called first.
everything that happened, it seems like that's not a coincidence. That's weird. Because you don't seem the trend. You're not looking at the game now. Now you're not watching the game. Like, people aren't watching the game and like, oh, wow, he dunked. Oh, did you see LeBron? He had 47. Whoa, like, yo, he's like good. No joke. It's not like that. It's more like, oh, dang, I didn't get my money because he didn't score this or he didn't score that. So you look at the game in a different way. And you see that it is about money. Because that's what it's always been about. Then you look at the refereeing, and you have the Lucas situation to where he does the money sign. But you look at the game in a different light. Like, yo, no, you know what? This is weird.
Down against MP. Pass to Jokic. Shot clock at 6. No good on the shot.
Because of that
And it's
situation.
the other way.
You look at him and you
Coming
say,
off
you know
that
what?
win
No, that's
against
weird.
Yeah, and in that
And then you start to, everybody has, yo,
this
hold on.
roster acquiring role players who can step
Everybody
up.
has memory.
And a strong bench gives you the flexibility to bring someone in and exploit a
You start to
certain
remember, like, now,
matchup.
remember that game
The shot
against
by
the Boston
Clarkson, no
Celtics
good.
and the Lakers?
Denver leading by 9.
And such a young, exciting core.
And the ref didn't call a foul on him
Jokic, Michael Porter Jr.,
for LeBron?
Jamal Murray.
Or
This group
you
has
remember
a
the game
chance to be
when,
a contender for
let's
years
say,
to
for
come.
example, Giannis stepped out of bounds.
After the made shot
KD
from
stepped
MP.
out of bounds when he was on the Warriors.
Pass to
Giannis
Clarkson.
stepped out of bounds against OKC. You start to remember these things,
He
and you
dishes it
say,
to
okay,
Game.
this is weird. Why wouldn't they call that, but they easily called other things?
Three-pointer on the way.
It made you think, like,
And
yo,
it's
is they
MP
getting
with the
paid?
rebound. With
Are they
Jokic
betting?
having the potential break, this Denver team,
Referees
they've
need
got
to
so
be
much, but
held
where's the key
accountable
for them to
more than
actually
players.
reach it?
The reason why is because they are officiating the game. They are literally dictating the game. Now, people who don't know the game, who don't know it, will say, that's not true. LeBron, he missed the layup, or Jokic, he missed the layup, cool. But if I get 9 free throws, that influences the game.
Is willing to run through a wall for him.
If you call a foul on me last minute, that influences the game. That influences the game. They influence the game in a certain way. So of course, people who's the average, watchers, they wouldn't
Jazz trail
understand
by
that.
13.
You let them play ball and you keep it rough, right? And it's the playoffs, and it's rough. But then you call a small foul in the last 15 seconds of the game on the tie ball game after you've been calling it rough the whole time. That influences the next game and the game after that. Like, what can't you guys see? That's why I feel like sports are real. That's why I feel like that. I've always known. WWE said
With the screen undone. MP passes to
WWE said they was rigged, and I was like, okay, everything is rigged. Why? Because these people is actors. It can be rigged to a certain point. It can be rigged to a
It's a
certain point.
10-point game.
And that's what I feel like all sports is. Now, football, another thing as well too. 2K got rigged games. I feel like they got games scheduled. How about this, right? I feel like 2K is like this, right? Let me know if y'all ever thought about this. I feel like that there's a certain point set that they have, right? The computer already has a certain amount of points that they're gonna score. right? They already have that. It's your job to beat that. That's what the MyCareer is.
That turned into,
you know what I'm saying? But see, people who don't have like an IQ of it, they don't get that. Now they have like a certain amount of points that they can score. Slow down.
MP looking around.
Stop it.
Jokic with his screen on game. MP finds Jokic. And
Yo, Jokic.
I didn't see that miss.
That's what I feel.
He's usually been
I just feel like there's certain things that's just like, I don't know, this is weird.
Dunn passes to Clarkson.
That's the thing about it.
1:46 left to play here in the first.
Yo.
Denver grabs the miss. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they just found a way to kind of tune out the noise.
Play me in one.
Focus on the game.
That's good.
Why? Why you subbing me up for? I ain't done that. There we go. I definitely want to trade some people.
Don't stop, MP. Don't stop. Fire away.
Seeing it a little bit higher.
And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Come on, they hacking. Utah's just fouling. Utah's just fouling. But I think I'm gonna definitely start like just certain games where I feel like I know we're gonna cook them. Like there's no way they beating us. I'm gonna start really like just having conversation. I'm gonna just start really talking about certain things.
He had
Yo,
34
Jokic.
points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him.
That's good.
In what became a great exhibition on his part. When you look at the stat sheet, he was mind-blowing. It's hard to imagine he can follow it up tonight with that same level of production. Kevin, we'll see.
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg.
Yo, what?
Performance carries
I say that's a bad shot.
And Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
MP passes to Jokic, and Jokic slams it in.
Nice show, kid.
Maybe the best passing big man in the league. Jokic so clever at taking advantage.
Also, I want to talk about Jokic's
Jazz trail by 20.
MVP's potential. That's weird. I feel like LeBron had a lot of years where he could have been MVP from
Currently averaging almost 6 points a
2013
game.
to
Clarkson for
2016, especially taking his
That's
team
in,
to.
coming off an assist from Dunn.
Bro, it's weird, bro. I feel like it's weird, bro. Now that I think
Jokic
about it,
with
like,
the screen on Dunn. MP kicks to Porter. Off target from outside.
it's really weird when you
You
think
could
about it,
tell
bro.
he
Like,
thought that triple was going to fall.
the MVP. Like, when did the MVP like become such a big thing? It was more about if you had the best team, you won MVP.
Clarkson for 3.
Or what you did for the team that was the most. That if you wasn't there,
MP's got 6
they wouldn't be
rebounds
able
in the
to.
game. To the wing right side. Wide open look here for Murray. Misses the free.
Confused. So the MVP is supposed to only solely be off. That player is so valuable to that team
Here's Abaji.
that
He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
if he wasn't on that team, they wouldn't even be that good. When did like these things get into like analytics? Like these things like they pushing the goalpost. Like when did these things become really inherent? Like I knew the game was weird, was starting to go into a weird direction when it was like player efficiency rating. But the player efficiency rating shows like, okay, how what's this? No, bro, listen, it's off the eye test. What do you do that if I see you? Look, listen, if I see LeBron James, right? Well, let's say, right, I see who's the real MVP candidate that I feel.
Once he gets clear,
All right, let's look at it like this, right? If we take Giannis off the Bucks, they still can win games and probably be a playoff team in the East. So he's not really in the MVP status, and I feel like he should never be in MVP status because his team wins without him. I think that's the biggest factor. that people just forget. I think that's the biggest factor. Is that you take that person off the team. What is that team? Like LeBron James is the most valuable player. He should be the most valuable player in 2014, 2015. Because he took a team that was the #1 pick to the finals. You get what I'm saying? Like how the MVP rankings should be. You get what I'm saying? Russell Westbrook won the MVP because his team without him wouldn't have made the playoffs. And he averaged a triple-double to try to do it. That's dominance. In 2015, Stephen Curry was given the MVP, which is why either James Harden or LeBron should have won MVP in 2015. So from then, they've been doing it very weird. They've been doing it very weird. And that's really all I can say. Is that they've been doing it very weird. Now, 2011, we got Derrick Rose, that was the MVP. He deserved it. 2012, LeBron. 2013, LeBron. 2014, they gave it to Kevin Durant. He was bugging. He was bugging out without Russ. So that's right. Now we're going to 2015, a team that's the #1 pick to the finals, or even to a seed in the playoffs. You got to give it to LeBron. He took a team that was #1 to the playoffs. So then we have 2016. Then we got Stephen Curry. Now that right there is MVP. No matter which way you dice it, no matter which way you put it. 2017, we got Russell Westbrook. We giving it to Harden, then we can. 2018, listen, they gave it to Harden that year for the mistake. This is what I feel like. They starting to like make mistakes, and then they give it to you the next year. No, listen. LeBron should have won 2018 due to the situations that he had. If not, then Kevin Durant. Like, I'm so confused on these terms of, oh, this is the MVP, this is the MVP. Guys, look at what they would be if they didn't have these players. Yo, he's a hack. All right, maybe 2018 not Kevin Durant, but maybe LeBron because he took his team they was a bunch of superstars and then he had nothing. But they gave it to Harden, so it's cool. They gave it to Harden. 2019, it was MVP. Giannis. Now, we're going to 2020. Giannis again. How doesn't LeBron win that? I feel like the media is biased against certain players. And not just being against LeBron, even though I feel like LeBron and Kevin Durant are the two best players in the world. I mean, the MVP race shouldn't be, oh, we're tired of voting for him. So, no, man, if he's the most valuable, then he's the most valuable. Regardless, listen, you run the most valuable player in the league, right? You do that. You gotta run it through KD and LeBron first and see where they at. There's no way that you have MVP and they not top 4, top 5. There's no way. That's why I feel like this joint is rigged. This is why I feel like this. This is why. Because it's obvious who's the best players in the world.
And here we go. MP heading to the hoop. It's
obvious.
5 for 6 on the game.
But
we're
gonna say Jokic, right?
Shot making has been absolutely superb.
I watched Jokic play on Christmas.
And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for the Jazz.
Against the Phoenix.
17-point game.
Now listen, he did contribute a lot to their offense.
Dunn passes to Gay.
He contributed a lot. He did a lot of passing, a lot of good jump shots. He knows how to bully. But that guy is not better than LeBron. Let's keep it a buck. That guy's not better than
Jokic with the screen on Dunn.
That guy's not better than, you know what I'm saying, Chaba. That guy's not better than Luka. Let's be for real. Forget all this analytics. Forget all this analytics. Forget all of this. Oh, he 100 per fight. Listen, stop. Listen. Y'all can't tell me that y'all picked 3 centers. Y'all wouldn't pick up. So listen. This is what y'all telling me, right? As far as the center position, y'all wouldn't pick up Joel Embiid, right? Before him? No. Okay. If that's the no. Right? Then you have
And he gets the whistle.
really there's no big man actually.
Thanks, ref. I agree.
Think about it. Actually, we're playing in a league where there actually isn't any big man. Because after Joel Embiid, it kind of gets hazy. What's another big man that's out there? It's actually like a dominant big man. I'm trying to think. That's the problem if I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think. Like, so it's just them two at center. I'm talking about real centers, not Giannis. Giannis is like a forward, a small forward, power forward. You know, he's just dominant. But that's not a big man. That's not like a center. Like, what centers in the
So
league?
neither attempt will fall that time for him.
Okay.
And we've seen it for
All right.
years.
So you know what? That kind of loses that point value. Why? Because there's only two big men that's in the league that's actually dominant.
Credit the front office for coming to terms with it and pivoting to a rebuild.
Now,
while
for
they
eye
could get
test,
top value
I'm picking
for
Joel
their
Embiid over.
MP with
For
it.
Giannis. Oh my gosh!
And the dunk by MP.
That poster was nasty.
Special play coming from
But I'm picking
You know, his
Joel
fantasy
Embiid over
can
Giannis.
take a back
I mean,
seat
over
for that dunk.
Jokic.
It just shows
And that's off
you
an eye test.
versatility.
Stop.
This guy can do a lot
Does
of
more.
different things for you.
Jokic just carries the offensive load, but his team can actually play
Done
good
with it.
without him.
5 on the clock. Teardrop shot. And the
Real talk, they can.
rejection by MP.
They have pieces, bro. But looking at them, though, I see why he is the MVP.
There's the drive. And the
Looking at them and
dunk
playing
by
with them in the game, I see why he's the MVP. Because a lot does run through him. That doesn't mean that he's the most valuable. But this year, now the last 2 years, I don't know. But this year, he should be. Why? Because he's number one in the West.
Thank you, Kevin.
You see how that
Michael
factors
Porter
in?
Jr. was a top
Not the last
prospect
2
in
years,
his
which
high school
I don't know.
class,
And I don't know
but his
about that.
back injury has
I don't know about him
presented
being
a
MVP for the
constant
last 2
challenge.
years. There's definitely some people in the league that would dominate.
I'm just going to get up every
But-
day and try to be better than I was the
All
day
right,
before.
cool. But
If
this
I give
year,
my best every day,
he should be MVP.
back to you guys.
Let his team do the number one seed. That's what it's about.
That has been a concern.
That's what it's about. Because if anything, then Dame should have won in the bubble.
Basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
And
There's a lot of boom.
that's in.
There's a lot of funniness going on.
Jokic.
That's what I feel like.
Tough pass look easy.
That's what I feel
But
like.
he also, with
A lot
that
of
vision, always
bias,
going to find
bias
the open man.
things. There's a lot. It seems like a narrative is being pushed. Because as soon it's gonna be like, oh, Nikola Jokic is one of the best players ever.
Basket number 8 is all good.
Why? Because he won 3 MVPs in a row. You look at that on paper, and it's hard
Hands
to
this
deny it.
quarter, trying to keep his
You get what
team
I'm saying?
afloat.
And that's not
And
true.
that one, good.
He's not one of the
Jokic
best
has
players
7 points
ever.
here in this quarter.
There's no way.
Forcing the ball inside
Y'all not gonna sit here and tell me that he's the best player. He's one of the best players ever. He's not top 10 big men of all
Dunn
time.
looking over the floor.
Y'all tripping,
Pass
bro.
to Clarkson.
Y'all tripping.
He sets the pick for Clarkson.
Y'all
He makes
tripping,
the
bro.
bucket, gets the whistle.
Y'all really
and now
tripping. I don't even know who votes. Like, who actually votes for the MVP? They're like, think about it. Who votes for the MVP? The media. There's got to be a narrative going on pertaining to this. Because it doesn't make sense. You telling me that he's better than Shaq? Well, he won 3 MVPs. He's better than Will? B-Rob? Hakeem? Tim Duncan? Dirk?
He throw
Better
good.
than all these.
Clarkson.
He's better than
And a
LeBron?
guy who's bounced around the league
Curry?
a bit. Clarkson tightened up his game, and now he is a
Better
key
than all of these
factor
players. I mean,
in
you get 3
this team.
MVPs in a row. That means you was dominant. Do you get that? Like,
Now,
do they get?
MVP.
They making the MVP
19
like
points
non-significant
down low.
or insignificant, which is sad.
He feeds it to Bryant.
So I'm kind of bummed.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Bryant trying to free himself up. That
No,
shot
for
by
real.
Caldwell Pope, no good.
They're not thinking about that. They
Jazz
just
trail
they
by
have a
16.
narrative. You're talking about Michael Jordan.
Pass to Fonjecchio.
You're talking about Tracy McGrady didn't get an
A
MVP.
screen on Caldwell Pope.
Like,
McLemore, the pass
bro.
to Clarkson.
Kobe only got 1.
Pulls
What's
from the
going
top
on?
of the key. That one
What's going on?
falls. Clarkson's
NBA?
got 25 points.
What's really going on?
Trying to slice
Something's going
into
on.
this deficit every time up the
and
floor.
Either it's gonna come out. Everything in the dark comes to light.
MP passes to Bryant.
Yo, this
It's
guy
stolen
got
by
no. Look
McLemore.
at this guy.
To the inside. And the jam by Rudy
I would have
Gay.
passed the time.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
MP passes to Bryant. He can't get that one to fall.
This bench is just horrible.
And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Down by 12. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Denver's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Gordon with a screen on Clarkson. Lob pass to Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Not one to shy away from
contact. He's on the floor.
Part of
He
the
got
toughness
fixed.
that Gordon brings to the table.
Stop being weird.
Clarkson for 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
Bro, why am I moving so
28
slow?
points for him.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Let him decide whether to shoot it, whether to pass it. He's your catalyst right now.
That'll do it for the first half. Nuggets lead by 11.
So I'm gonna have to focus on this game.
Do this in the second half too, guys.
And as we welcome you to the studio, we call your attention to the top performers for each team in the first half.
We're seeing some high IQ play from MP, creating not only for others, but for himself. Every time the defense tries to slam the door on him, he outwits them.
Yeah, this guy's got an answer for everything tonight.
Yo, he got
And moving on
28,
to
bro.
our current game, it was not the first half that fans were hoping to see for the Utah Jazz. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back.
Bro. He got 28, bro, in the first half. He had 35 last time.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
He's been vital to spacing the floor for them. Makes everything else you want to do easier to accomplish.
Gordon steps in at the 4 with Jokic in at center. Out on the perimeter, it's Caldwell Pope and Porter Jr. And it's MP in at the point. That's the group for Michael Malone getting going here in the second half. Nice ball movement by Utah. Passes it to Dunn. Trying his luck from deep. Knocks down the 3-ball. Dunn's got 9.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those 3-point attempts.
MP against Dunn. There's Porter with the 3. Rebound collected by Clarkson.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Out to the right wing. Markkanen from outside. And Utah, another 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
And Markkanen can give you, Greg, a solid
Set the screen,
with
bro.
both the 3 and the 4.
And Kevin, many thought Markkanen was a defensive liability, but give him credit, worked hard to prove he wasn't. And while not a superb defender, he has become a plus defender for this team.
And Gordon over to help. Dunn kicks to Markkanen. Clarkson passes to Gay. Jokic with the steal. And MP throws it down.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It sends a message that we're going to be aggressive no matter who's taking the shot.
Let's go.
Gay sets the pick for Dunn. Takes the 13th.
Oh, yo! Porter, why you step up? He's never going to make that. He's never going to make that.
Strong and athletic.
And the Jazz making a change here. And so he hits both. The Nuggets leading by 7. Gordon with a screen on Dunn. Dunn against MP. Drives to the hoop. And then Gordon with the dunk.
Downright lethal in the pick and roll. Gordon's size and quickness, along with the decision making, it's a tough combination.
Clarkson passes to Gay. And stolen by MP. He kicks to Gordon.
Hey!
With the dunk.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable
Get
dunk
right to it.
than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. Clarkson passes to Gay. Dunn dishes to Clarkson. And he gets the basket.
Yo, what?
That's good.
Why y'all sitting me down for?
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Nuggets.
I think they've looked to dump it down low as often as possible, and so far they've been super successful using this attack.
And you can't ignore their passing. All game long, they've done a great job of just delivering the ball.
Yo, what? This game is weird. Game is
He
being
doesn't
rigged.
get the second one.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Hey,
A nice shot by MP.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
Now here's McLemore. He has 5. And the dunk by McLemore.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Bryant with a screen for MP. 6 on the shot clock. On the wing, Gordon. And another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. McLemore, the
I
pass
feel like
to
now I can
Elijah.
go back to my regular style of play.
Now the pass to Fonchecchio.
Really, I had to really be
Oh, and
aggressive.
there's the alley-oop.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. There's 38 seconds left in the third. MP kicks to Brown. MP sets the screen for Brown. Misses off the right iron. Jazz trail by 17. Pass to Abaji. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Takes it off the glass.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Here's MP. And here's Bryant for 3.
Yo, that's not a foul? Nah. Bro, how's that not a foul? Yo, this game. Something's up with this game. Something's up with the real world game. Something's up with the real world. Something's up. Just in general, something's up. I know it's something's up.
Jazz trail by 15. So on the floor for Utah. Lauri Markkanen is out there with David Nwaba. Then it's Ben McLemore. And it's Abaji in at the shooting guard position. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for Denver.
All right.
Outside Bryant. Brown outside. MP outside. 5 to shoot. That's to Bryant. Over McLemore.
Yo,
The shot
what?
by Bryant, no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Still?
Here's Abaji. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for
Reggie Jackson, yo, when can I ask for a trade? Let me search that up. What game can I ask for trades?
Comes in for Thomas Bryant, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Jackson. Then for the Jazz, Gay comes in for David Nwaba, and
Can I
Chris Dunn
suggest
subbed in for
trade targets?
McLemore. Denver leading by 12.
Okay.
Over in the corner, Brown. It's tipped. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. MP passes to Jokic. Abaji pulls it in.
I can't wait. I was
And
gonna
for
go
the
back to
Jazz, they're
it.
shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. The pass to Markkanen. Shoots over Brown. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. Nuggets shooting 61%, showing all of the indications of an offense that is locked in. Pass to Gordon. On the wing, MP. Outside Gordon. And another miss by Denver. Jazz trail by 12.
Yeah, pass that.
On deep, Gay. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. We're about 2 minutes into the 4th quarter in this one. MP with it. Gay picks him up defensively. And the basket by Gordon.
And when Gordon is hot,
Gordon is like looking good on that court, bro. He's like the best,
he's having fun as well.
second best player after Jokic. I got on my team.
Done against MP. Here's Abaji. His 3-pointers off the mark. The Nuggets leading by 14. To the wing on the left. Jokic passes to
Yo,
Gordon.
Jokic, what are you doing?
The kick out to Brown.
Oh,
Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Dunn up top. Covered by MP. MP against Dunn. Gay inside. Can't connect from 13 feet out.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him. But he has not been an
yo,
asset to the
Jokic.
team. No clue.
Show me that. This is why you get hurt.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They have a 19-point lead. MP right side. Pass to Jokic. The shot that time, not on target.
See, if I had, bro,
Excellent D there from
I know for sure if I had
He's
Embiid,
kinda
bro, he
lost
would be
his
bugged.
way this period, having a
He wouldn't be able to get
hard
others
time getting
involved
anything
like
to go down.
Jokic.
And foul on the shot. He'll
Like,
shoot.
Jokic gets everybody involved because he has to. It's the difference. You're trying to compare both, but you really shouldn't because it's 2 different types of game styles. One is a dominant big man. If I gave it to him, he would go get 20 and 20, 30, 40, 50 points. Jokic is going to give you like 15, 16. Jokic could dominantly give you 30, 16, and 15. You know what I'm saying? So it's, I don't know. For the model. Oh, the plan is tonight. Oh, that's gonna be a great one tonight.
Players got to
I'm not watching none.
not getting the calls you
I just
might
don't want to watch
expect.
it. I'd rather watch the highlights.
Also, how you
The
communicate
games are
with
boring.
officials.
They're not the
I
same
think all
anymore.
of that stuff
They don't got that
plays
money.
a big role in just furthering that
There's no
dynamic.
KGs in the league. There's no like real dogs.
They need this one. He takes it up and lays it in.
Yo, this
I mean,
what
that's
is
a
this
good
game?
job working the ball inside and getting a quality shot.
Done against MP. And he drops in the layup off the
Go
glass.
for me, little pup.
MP
You
has
little
got
pup.
25 points in the game.
Little pup.
We've
Little
seen that a
pup.
few times today, guys. I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness in that.
Dunn kicks to Markkanen.
Yo.
At the Dunn. 6 to shoot. Over MP. Here's Mwaba. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got his 8th assist here tonight.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but the D still has to keep an eye on him.
Here's MP.
He's not.
It's good. MP's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Markkanen finds Gay. Gay Gay, a screen on MP.
Yeah, I don't believe in your basketball.
Dunn passes to Gay.
Oh.
And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for Denver.
Well, the one thing that jumps out in this game is the free throw shooting, which they did a much better job at.
Absolutely. A big plus. And oftentimes your performance at the line can be the difference in a game. And I think tonight we saw that.
And so all the hard work here tonight converted into a tally in the win column. It'll be number 26 on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for MP.
There isn't much else you want from someone. He gave it his all and was rewarded with a triple-double.
MP outside. Jokic sets the screen for MP. Passes it to Jokic. It's tipped and stolen by Dunn. And the foul called on MP.
Make it make sense to me.
That will get him his 4th foul.
Game is like weird, bro.
13 foul. Substitution on number
29 seconds left in the game. Gay kicks to Dunn. And stolen by MP. The pass to Najee. Here's MP. Tries again.
One. Just want to lock up. Like lock down.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for 2.
And both free throws good for MP. 17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Dunn against MP. Dunn dishes to Gay. And here's McLemore. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve.
Alright, guys. Hold on. Let me see what it was looking like. I shot 13 for 16, 29, 12 and 17. Gordon had 29. Okay, Gordon is starting. I like how Gordon is starting to play. I might have to get him the ball more. And Jokic at 25. I mean, he had 28, 8, and 6. Pointing him down because he wasn't playing. After that, bro, it's like, I don't know, bro. Like, after that, like, after these two, then it's like, it gets hazy for everybody. Like, everybody should be going. But I'll see you on the next one. Peace.